VR is struggling, but Sony's releasing new headsets. Oh my god! So let's talk about it. Those. So if you haven't seen the Sony CES, we're going to just dive right into the topic of the video, which is the XR2 Generation 2 headset for content creation. A lot of people got their panties in a bunch saying that they need to support the PSVR2 before they come out with new headsets and new hardware. But let's keep it 100 like I always do, non-biased on this channel, and give you my take. And this isn't for us, the consumers. This isn't for us, the enthusiasts. This is for the creators. This is the ones that make models, or they want to get into that AR technology, that mixed reality stuff. And by the look of the controls, you got some weird shit with the pointy finger. You got some weird shit with the pinkies. I don't understand what's going on with that shit. But there is some cool things that this has, like the OLED displays and the 4K and the craziness. But and the headset like flips up and it flips down. This is more like a competitional headset to fight against the Apple Vision Pro. This isn't a VR headset. This isn't trying to replace the VR. This is literally a competitional headset against the Apple Pro. This is XR AR technology. And to be honest, with this XR AR technology, we don't really know if there's a huge market for it yet, because Apple's coming out with theirs and Sony's now coming out with theirs, and we'll see what it does. Now, the take about this though is that PSVR2 is in a nutshell tried as a Sahara Desert, dead boys. We are flat on life support right now with no takes and no fresh takes of what's to come from Sony themselves. Sure, the Wander is coming, which I believe is funded by Sony, but that is funded by Sony. It's not something that Sony's pushing and creating themselves, like an Astro Bot 2, a Resistance, a Killzone, a fucking Spider-Man that we've been asking for since the first PSVR when they teased us with that Spider-Man Homecoming experience. We don't even have the fucking Iron Man 1 or the Iron Man 2 that was leaked. We don't have shit other than some really great games like GT7, Horizon, RE4, which is what I'm playing through right now, and Village, plus a couple of some underdog hitters that are like AA, like Crossfire, Seventh Guess, and the list goes on and on. But from Sony themselves, it's been quiet mouse games, and a lot of people are scratching their head. Now, you can spin this in two directions. The one direction, people are spinning this saying that Sony's focusing on the new XR2, new baby of the XR MR edition headset, and they're going to drop support as PSVR2. PSVR2 is a Vita. It's a dead boy. It's going to be left to the side of the road on life support while the indies keep it alive. Or you can look at it the way I'm looking at it, which is an actual small speckle of glimmer of hope that because they're diving into XR and AR technology with this headset, that means that they're still open to developing headsets no matter if it passes, no matter if it fails, or if the success is barely making it. Shout out to Wonka, you just messaged me while I'm talking, so if you're watching this, shout out to you. But listen, if this fails, it shows that Sony is willing to keep on pushing the headset game in the headset markets, which means because PSVR2 is struggling, it may not end up in a Vita like manner. It may be a third iteration come in 7 years from now, 8 years from now, and that doesn't mean anything in the pipeline of what they actually got coming out for the future. They just been quiet, and we have to wait for newses, some announcements, even though they said it's taking a back seat. But this is kind of interesting because the headset isn't for primarily gaming, it's for content creation, and it's such an awkward, different type of product from Sony which shows you their desire to stay in this space, which shows you that there is a long-term goal here, that they do see VR and AR and XR blossoming into this mega ecosystem that there's not a lot of players in. You got Pico 4, you've got the PSVR, you've got Meta going all in, even though they lost $3.7 billion, even though the sales are down 200% of the PSVR2 and the Meta Quest 3, and the Meta Quest 2 is selling extremely well because of that price point, which means that there's going to be games that are optimized for that headset that PSVR2 is going to get and the Meta Quest 3 is going to get. And we just need to see some more heavy hitters, and we haven't heard shit. But I just wanted to throw this positive little fishing line out there, because a lot of people are saying after my last video that I'm just negative Nancy, I want VR to fail, which is far from it. Yet, now that they announced this at CES, everybody's saying the fucking world is ending with PSVR2. It's dead in the water. It's PS Vita all over again. No hope for it. And here I am sitting here seeing it in a different light, and I don't see a lot of people talking about that. Probably because for why you guys yelled at me saying I'm doing this for clicks and likes, I'm doing this to get the attention. I just see that going around a lot more with this news that just got announced. And I just wanted to nip that in the butt with a fresh, different take, because that's how I'm looking at it. Like I said, I always say that I'm unbiased and shit. I'll tell you the PSVR 2 is dead, and I love the PSVR 2. I absolutely love it. I invested so much money into the games and this whole channel and me diving in with the content. It's a beautiful system, beautiful ecosystem, beautiful hardware. It's got tons of games that I'm playing through, especially with RE4 showing me just how crazy it is. I want to see this thing succeed. I want to see some great games. I want Assassin's Creed Nexus. I want the Splinter Cell that was rumored. I want Asgard Wrath 2. I want some Sony bangers. Astro Bot 2. Fucking Spider-Man. I want some shit. But it doesn't neglect the fact that we are on life support as a whole unit. But PSVR 2 is feeling the sting a lot more, where Meta is evolving from Quest 2, getting a ton more action, ton more traction over PSVR 2, which is locked to this ecosystem of the Sony brand and its console, where the sales are at a astronomical decline. And that's why Sony doesn't want to talk about it. And that's why things ain't looking good and things is looking gloomy. But this news shows that they're in it for the long haul, long term, which should give us some hope. Now, if we don't know anything big coming by the middle of this year, I'm talking July the latest, and I'm not talking about a fucking Vertigo 2. Everybody's going crazy about Vertigo 2. That's the only game everybody's talking about. Vertigo 2, Wanderer. I'm not talking shit about the dev to Vertigo 2 for what the game is. But I'm talking about from Sony themselves. Not indies, not AA, not banger games like Vertigo 2, Half-Life Alyx, and what's the other one people are talking about? Wanderer. I'm talking about from Sony themselves. If we don't hear shit by July, the chickens have came home to rooster, my boy. That means dead Vita 2 all over again. And that means lemons, headset paperweights, and enjoy what you got, because that's all you got. We got studios closing. Fire shit ass. First shit entertainment. Don't listen to their players' entertainment. First contact first before their players' entertainment. And then you got games like Journey of the Foundation, Asphalt. I think it was Asphalt Studios or something like that. Not Avalanche, not Avalanche. Forgive me, guys. You know, the studio that made them. They cut a lot of players off that. And I haven't played Journey of the Foundation, so I can't really say how I feel about it. I'm not that type of person. I'll gotta give it a try, which I will eventually, one day. And then you got the Zenith players in trouble. Ramen VR looks like they're on the edge of being out, on the edge of getting deleted. And don't forget all the layoffs that Meta did. Over 20,000 people. Almost said players, people. You can't tell me VR ain't dead. VR is dead, dying, looking for air. And we need some shit. We need some air. We need some air. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'm going to see you guys in the stream in the next video. God bless and peace.